Welcome back to the show, Morning Wake Up with yours truly, Dave Ackerley. Well, what kind of a parent are you? I'm a good parent. Well, of course you are. Naturally, you're a good parent. But I mean, what kind of a parent are you? Are you well, for example, are you a helicopter parent? Are you somebody who comes in and hovers and zooms around, does a swoop, lands, takes off, keeps hovering, zooms off? Are you something that perhaps is worse? Now it's called a drone parent. You come in with stealth and you hover and you're inches away and you're basically tracking the situation and laying out everything for your child's life, not just a young age, but maybe as they get into adulthood. Or you're more like me. Are you an airplane parent? You're a fixed wing. You come in, you fly in, you land, you make some pronouncements, you check how things are going, you fly out, and you're not seen. You're in the stratosphere. Which one are you? Which one are you? Licensed professional counselor Rusty Lozano is here to discuss this morning this trend out there towards, I guess, getting a little too close to one's kids, where you start saying we instead of they, and everything involves you, the royal we. Maybe not a healthy thing. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Dave.
Well,
Yeah.
so there. I said I'm a fixed wing aircraft. I can be at times, but again, I'm trying to fly. I'm trying to get above the clouds too, and
Yeah.
stay up there. That's okay, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a great way to be, and watch from afar and know that you're kind of a steady ship and predictable, and know that when I need help, the help is there,
Yeah.
and but it's not something I'm depending on.
Yeah, but now we see, even at an early age. I mean, I remember being a kid. My parents would sign me up to play Little League baseball, and yeah, there was a sign up, and then there was a jamboree. They're busy. They got stuff going on. They're not out there. They're okay. You walk to practice. We'll see it. Here's what time dinner is. Bye. Now kids, they're used to parents hovering over every aspect of practice. That can't be
Hmm.
that can't be great all the time, can it?
No, not at all. I think that my opinion is that it can foster dependence, can foster a low self-esteem that I need my mom or dad to come in and make a decision for me because I don't know. I mean, and you'll hear that a lot from these kids. Well, what would you like to happen? I don't know. What would you like for lunch? I don't know. And that's kind of like one of those telltale indicators that there's not a lot of processing going on up there, but it's just a waiting for a result, almost like a little baby bird waiting to be fed from a nest.
I got that visual now in my mind. Rusty Lozano here is very much an expert as a licensed professional counselor here with this hovering that we're talking about, helicopter parenting, drone parenting, overdoing it on the parent side. I did say when my kids are little, and now the youngest one's a junior in high school, so they're moving along, and the oldest is out on his own and he's making his way in the world, which is good, and I'm supportive of
Hmm.
it. It doesn't mean you don't worry about them. It doesn't mean you don't
Yeah,
say, "Wow, I wonder if everything's going okay." But I mean, if it's not, I'm sure I'll find out if it's within reason. And other stuff he'll probably say, because I know this kid, he's going to say, "No, I'm going to deal with it myself. I don't want, I don't want to hear what Dad has to say about it." That's fine too. You know what?
yeah,
Being fine.
absolutely.
That's hard for a parent, though, isn't it? It's hard to
It
do that
is.
breakover, but you got to do it.
It hurts, and I
Yeah.
have a kiddo that's in college too, and she doesn't need much except money, and
Lots and lots of
the
money.
rest she figures it out.
Yeah. So where do you draw the line? I mean, people say, look, I used to say I'm not there's not overprotective in the sense of when your kids are young, are you protective of them? You act like the sheepdog or not. That's
Hmm.
one thing, but being overbearing is another, and it's a balancing act. And I get that. Where
Hmm.
do you draw the line? Is it different for everybody?
I think it is different for everybody, and it may actually vary in various socioeconomic factors as well. But I think you really want to draw the line and take a step back and look at assess how your child is functioning in the world independently.
Hmm.
What are their capabilities? What are they good at? Do they have strengths? I mean, can they identify what their strengths are? Do they know what they are? Can they target in on areas of development? And this goes from an age of 5 years old. You can start to determine these things. Now, you can't ask the question to a small child because they can't answer that, but you can look from afar and see like, wow, well, this kiddo really needs help making friends and interacting with other kids, and they hide behind my leg or something to that degree. So I need more exposure to this, or I need more exposure for my kids being able to verbalize what their needs are. So tell the waiter what you want to eat. Speak up so they can look at you. Look at them in the eyes, and remember that coaching, that almost etiquette coaching that used to kind of happen when your parents would make you introduce yourself to a friend and shake hands and look at them in the eyes.
Look
say
them
yes,
in the eye,
sir,
right?
no, sir.
Firm grip, Firm grip. Yeah,
absolutely.
teaching my son how to do the handshake. That was important.
It's very important, and those things, we need to get back to those basic things. And it's not to say that it's not happening, but it's to say that, if we're seeing an outcome, we're seeing this generation of kids that are starting to develop these kind of mannerisms, that we need to help them be able to leather a little bit and grow some instincts.
Yeah.
Which means it's School of Hard Knocks. Best academy in the world.
And you just said it there. If you prepare your children, I believe this is true, to live independently. Doesn't mean everything's going to be a success, but if they if they can handle themselves, if they can handle a bank account, you've taught them, a little bit about how to do that, how to be responsible, how to make, expect them to make good choices, and when they make a mistake and fail, dust themselves off and try again. You probably, and the ultimate thing, you've probably done your job.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you can sit back and kind of watch that momentum move forward. But experiencing a little disappointment is no more harmful than watching a kid have a scraped knee. And there's a remedy for that. Give them a hug. Say, well, you tried your hardest, and that's what you should be proud of.
And it's okay, and don't try to fix everything. And that's hard to overcome. As a parent, if you feel like you have the ability, I can fix that, I can make that better, not just a scrape, but you got yourself into a scrape. I can fix it. Sometimes you've got to let them roll on their own, because that's how you got to where you are today. And think about that. And that's what today's parents, I think maybe there's just some, I've seen it out there. And I know you have, and you get doubled down because that's what you do. Rusty, how do people find you online?
My website is www.onlinebiofeedback.com.
All right, www.biofeedback.com. Rusty
online.
Biofeedbackonline.com. Rusty Lozano, licensed professional. Yeah, that URL is important. Licensed professional counselor here. Don't be a helicopter. Don't be a drone. But be involved in your kid's life at a healthy distance and willing to help out, just not all the time. Makes a lot of sense. Appreciate you being here today.
Absolutely.